1300 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Ali Ahmed. First, the headline. Foreign Minister says Pakistan will give an immediate, befitting response to India if it carries out any misadventure against it. India has refused to grant a travel permission to members of a US government panel seeking to review its religious freedom. National Assembly was informed today that the world institutions are hailing the relief packages announced by the government in the face of COVID-19. 101 deaths due to coronavirus reported in the country during the last 24 hours, while the global death toll has risen to over 400,000. And now the news in detail. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says Pakistan will give an immediate, befitting response to India if it carries out any misadventure against it. In a statement today, he said Pakistan is quite capable to defend itself. The minister said India's continuous ceasefire violations on the line of control is part of its planned strategy aimed at diverting people's attention from its failures. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said if India believes that Pakistan will withdraw its support to Kashmiris due to its threat, it is mistaken. He said Pakistan wants resolution of the Kashmir issue and it will continue raising its voice over India's barbarism against Kashmiris. He said Pakistan holds a principled stance and the international environment supports Pakistan's stance. He said the resolutions of the United Nations Security Council and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation strengthen Pakistan's principled stance on Kashmir. Earlier presiding over a meeting in Islamabad today, Foreign Minister said the extremist face of Indian government stands exposed to the world and voices are being raised within India against their regime. He said when the entire world is grappling a pandemic, India is bent upon to destroy the peace and stability in the region through its Hindutva policies. The foreign minister said that Pakistan will continue to play its conciliatory role in the Afghan peace process with sincerity to establish peace in the neighboring country. At the United Nations, Pakistan has urged the world community to intervene and hold India accountable for its grave breaches of international humanitarian law and war crimes in occupied Kashmir. Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations, Munir Akram, speaking at the Economic and Social Council in New York, said people in occupied Kashmir are already reeling under a 10-month lockdown. India has refused to grant a travel permission to members of a United States government panel seeking to review its religious freedom. The United States Commission on International Religious Freedom, in a report in April this year, had urged for sanctions against Narendra Modi's government after it excluded minority Muslims from a new citizenship law. The panel had called for the world's biggest democracy to be designed a country of a particular concern. The Commission is a bipartisan U.S. government advisory body that monitors religious freedom abroad and makes policy recommendations to the President, the Secretary of State, and the Congress. National Assembly was informed today that the world institutions are hailing the relief packages announced by the present government for the different segments of the society during these testing times. Participating in the debate, Alia Hamza of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf said it is because of Prime Minister Imran Khan's debt relief call that the loans of the developing countries are being suspended. Aisha Ghaus Pasha of Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz said the COVID-19 has badly affected the economy and livelihoods of the people. Number of coronavirus infection cases in the country has risen to 119,536, while 5,834 new cases were reported during the last 24 hours, including Leader of the Opposition in National Assembly Shehbaz Sharif and PTI MNA Farrukh Habib. The death toll from the virus stands at 2,356, with 101 deaths reported during the last 24 hours. 38,391 patients have recovered so far from the disease. The number of coronavirus infections across the world have risen to over 7.4 million, while the pandemic has so far claimed over 419,000 lives. The United States is at the top with more than 2 million cases and over 112,000 deaths, followed by Britain with over 775,000 infections and over 39,000 deaths. In Russia, number of cases have risen to more than 493,000 and over 6,000 people have died so far. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.